All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this meeting of the Outer North East Community Committee. My name is Councillor Norma Harrington, and I'll be chairing today's meeting. The Outer North East Community Committee covers all Woodley, Harewood and Wetherby wards and is a committee where ward councillors have an opportunity to discuss and make decisions about services and priorities for the local area, and also consider funding applications for local community projects and youth activities. I'll now invite members to introduce themselves. I'll start with Councillor Buckley.
Hello, I'm Councillor Buckley and I represent All Woodley Ward.
Councillor Neil Buckley, and I also represent All Woodley Ward.
Councillor Ryan Stevenson, representing the Harewood Ward.
Councillor Sam Firth for the Harewood Ward too.
Evening everybody, Councillor Alan Lamb representing the Wetherby Ward.
Good afternoon everybody, Councillor Dan Cohen, who along with Team Buckley represents the All Woodley Ward.
Good afternoon, Councillor Penny Stables, Wetherby Ward.
Good evening, Toby Russell, Clerk to the Committee.
Elaine Matson, Localities Officer for Outer North East.
I'm Jane Patterson, Localities Programme Manager in the Safer Stronger Communities team.
Thank you. Can the clerk please run through agenda items 1 to 5, please?
Yep, thank you, Chair. So, under agenda item number 1, there are no appeals against the refusal of inspection of documents. Item number 2, there are no items which would require the exclusion of the press and of the public. Item number 3, we have no formal late items. Item number 4, apologies. So no apologies have been received, but I believe we're just waiting for Councillor Robinson and we can note that accordingly. And item number 5, can I ask members to declare any interest they may have? No, thank you, Chair.
Held on the 16th of December 2024. Could these minutes be accepted as a correct record? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. Item number 8 is matters arising from the minutes. Do members wish to raise any matters arising? Councillor Lynn Buckley.
Yeah. Can I just ask something? It says on item 36 there have been one declined application for Woodley Leeds rhinos in February 2025. Did we say that? I can't remember, to be honest.
I'll check. We did do an extension to their original. Sorry, we did do an extension to their original application, but I can check for you.
Yeah, but haven't they applied?
They've applied again.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's what's confusing. We've had a few applications from the same people.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Councillor Cohen.
I think that related to a half-term camp in February that we felt was not strictly necessary.
Any other matters arising? No? Okay, thank you. So item number 9, I'd ask Elaine to present the update report, please.
The one update report for Outer North East. I take it you've read the report. I just want to know if there's any questions or queries before I go through some of the highlights. No? We've had an update for the children's and families and one for the environment and community safety. I'm just wondering if any of you have got an update for employment skills and welfare, or the health, well-being and adult social care.
Right. As far as health and well-being goes, we have had a health champions meeting. It was actually a workshop meeting that was held last week. And it was to do with the campaign for reducing obesity across the city in both children and adults. So there will be some further information coming out to you about the council's plans for that in conjunction with health. And I've attended LCP meetings for the Wetherby LCP. I know, Councillor Buckley, you occasionally went to the one that covers all Woodley, didn't you? The LCP, the Local Care Partnership.
Yes. I haven't been for about 2 or 3 years. It's disappeared.
Well, ours is still going, so that's okay. so we definitely go to that, and Councillor Stables has been at that as well. So, did you want to raise?
Page 27. It's just really a comment on the universal credit figures. They seem incredibly high, don't they? The numbers compared to what they were and what they are now, they just look enormous. Is there any feedback on why this is?
I can look into it, but it may be that if people are transitioning from one benefit to another, that might mean a rise in the UC. But I'll check with Employment and Skills and come back to you.
Councillor Stevenson?
I was going to ask in a similar vein, could we have a further breakdown? It just says 16 to 64-year-olds, which is obviously quite a margin. So a breakdown via age group would be quite useful for us, as well as knowing where it says that Employment and Skills Active and Provision team have been involved with 142 of the 1,017 people. To do exactly what would be quite useful to know. What kind of things are they actually doing, and what's the cost and the budget attached to it?
I'll get a breakdown for you and email that across.
Welcome, Councillor Robinson. Have you got any, having seen the minutes, have you got anything that you would actually want to raise on matters arising? We're on to Elaine's report, but just in case you have. No? Okay, thank you. So are any other questions about the Outer North East report, the update report?
There's just a couple of things that I've been asked to raise, which is I've just been asked to raise about housing Leeds. They've sent some information out about the tenant portal, that tenants can now order non-emergency repairs and appointments 24 hours a day, so that's an extension to what they've already had. Community hubs, council offices, libraries will all be getting leaflets over the next few weeks, as well as posters. But housing, I've asked if you can share that information from the one update report and let tenants know that they can do it that way rather than the phone queues that they've had previously. The other thing to note is the community hubs and libraries have provided information as they usually do, but this time, based on feedback from other services, is that they've actually done a new format, so it's more of a pictorial diagram and things like that. They just want to know if you're happy with that going forward, if you can give me some feedback and I can relay that back for the next one.
Anybody got any thoughts on that at the moment, or do you want to feed back to Elaine after the meeting? Everybody's shaking their head. No? Okay, thank you very much. So if there's no further questions on the update report, we'll move on to the finance report. Elaine, thank you.
So the finance report is just to note that since the last community committee meeting we have had 2 DDNs, both for a top-up for Environmental Fund for Harewood and for the grit bin and refills for Old Woodley Ward. They've both been approved and gone through. There's also been 2 small grants from Harewood, one for the Aberford Literature Festival and one for the Barrick and Elmick Play Area repairs that are going through. Since the last community committee, there's been no applications declined. This time for this committee, there are no new projects for members' consideration under the wellbeing budget. There are, however, applications all for the Youth Activity Fund. So the following projects are presented for members' consideration. The committee is asked to consider and determine each funding application in a term by way of, now we've been asked to do approve, decline or defer. This time though, at this time of year, they will be subject to confirmation of the 25-26 budgets, which we've not yet received. So that's something to just bear in mind. The first one is for More Allerton Play Scheme. Amount proposed is 1,615 from Old Woodley for the delivery of a creative and interactive programme of activities during the school holidays. Just want to ask if you approve, decline the application.
Approved, Chair.
Thank you. The next one is also for Old Woodley, for Leeds Rhinos Multisport and Drama. This is delivery of the multisport and drama camps during the school's summer holidays. The amount proposed is 11,905, and it's a case of approve, decline, defer, or leave for a further conversation at the ward meeting.
Councillor Cohen.
Thank you, Chair. It is approved, although we are hoping that the ultimate amount may be lower, because we are planning on speaking to 2 other stakeholders to contribute towards it. But it is approved, so the project can go ahead. I believe that's the case, colleagues.
Your colleagues are nodding their head, so.
It's almost like we speak beforehand.
Thank you. The next one is for Harewood for the Jubilee Games 2026, and the amount proposed for this time is 6,000 for the biennial Jubilee Games for Harewood. Was that all nodding? Thank you. The next one is for Wetherby, which is Leeds Rhinos Multisport. Amount proposed 11,510 for Wetherby. Delivery of the multisport camps during the school holidays. Approve, decline, defer for Wetherby.
Councillor Stevenson.
Yeah. So I don't think you caught my eye, Chair, when I just declared an interest on the Jubilee Games. I didn't take part in the vote, so if the minutes could just reflect that, thank you.
Councillor Lamb, you're happy with the rhinos? Yeah, okay, so that's approved. Thank you.
That's it for the finance report.
Any other business? We're down to. Do we normally have any other business? We don't really, do we? No? Oh, okay, fair enough. That's it then. Create something, yeah, I know. It's got AOB question mark on this bit of paper. I'm like, don't usually have it. No? Okay. Well, that was a very quick meeting. Must be a record. Yes, I know. But it's been a very quick meeting. So we'll close this meeting down, and there is a private session afterwards for ward colleagues. Thank you very much.